Hello, Math 1350 students. This is my introductory video to the class. My name is Dr. Alm, A-L-M. I'm the chair of the mathematics department here. I will be your instructor. I love this class. It's very important for you to be prepared and to have the tools that you need to be able to teach this material to kids someday. So we're gonna do the best we can under the circumstances. So I've got a couple things I want to talk about here. First of all, we're gonna run the class remotely via Zoom. I will be putting a permanent link into Blackboard where you can join every Tuesday and Thursday. I will also be flipping the class, by which I mean the much of the lecture portion I'm going to pre-record and put in YouTube so that you can watch it before class and we can spend more time in class having you be more active and not spend all of our time with me just saying blah, blah, blah. And that way you always have access to the videos. You don't have to be like, well, what did he say again? Because you can just rewatch them. So my goal will be to have 2 videos posted by Monday morning every week. One that you're supposed to watch before Tuesday's class and one that you're supposed to watch before Thursday's class. Now, I don't think I'm gonna make it this week because I need to get the syllabi up and all of that. First week's always kind of crazy. Another important thing that I want to mention about the class is that we're going to do grading a little differently. I'm going to use something called standards-based grading, or sometimes it's called mastery grading. And here's the idea. Your grade in this class is not based on anything other than the number of standards of which you have demonstrated mastery and knowledge. Okay? No, no taking off points for, missing class on your attendance grade. No penalty for, not knowing the material the first time you try. So here's the idea. There are going to be something like somewhere between 12 and 18 standards. And I'm hoping by the second week of class to have that list of standards finalized. And you will have opportunities throughout the class to demonstrate mastery of them on quizzes and on tests. And once you have demonstrated mastery of that, then you're done with that standard. You don't ever have to demonstrate mastery again. So it's sort of like unlocking an achievement. You'll have roughly 15 achievements, and at various points in the semester you'll have opportunities to unlock them. And once they're unlocked, they're unlocked. You never have to do them again. So it's entirely possible that some of you won't even have to take the final because you will already have mastered all the standards. And there's never any penalty for not mastering a standard. You just didn't master it that time, right? So let's say you take the first exam, and let's say there are 6 standards tested on the first exam, and you master 2 of them. Well, does that mean you got 33% on the exam? No, it means you mastered 2 standards, and your You know, you're more than 10% of the way to having all your standards mastered. It doesn't matter how many times you attempt and fail to master. All that matters is that eventually you master the standards. So it's conceivable, although very unlikely, that you could go into the final not having mastered any of the standards, and then on the final master them all. That's probably unlikely. You definitely shouldn't plan on doing that. But this is supposed to do two things. It's supposed to make the grade just about nothing more than the knowledge you've demonstrated, and it's also a sort of no penalty philosophy of grading, right? There's no well, except for the part where once the semester is over, you can't master any more standards. There's never a penalty for getting something wrong, because there will always be, until the final, which is obviously the last opportunity, there will always be another opportunity to demonstrate mastery. Okay, I'm sure there will be more questions about that. It'll be easier to discuss it when we have the standards in front of us. Oh, one more thing I should mention about the standards is that there's no partial credit. Either you demonstrate mastery of the standard and the achievement is unlocked, or you don't. There's no like half demonstrating. So in a sense, it makes the grading very simple. You either unlock the achievement or you do not. Okay, well, I am going to try to have at least one video put up by tomorrow, besides this one anyway. And I still have to create the YouTube channel. Of course, if you're watching this, then that means I created it. I recommend that you subscribe and ring the bell so that you automatically get notified whenever I post a video. And don't worry, it's not like I'm going to be posting anything other than stuff related to this class. This is not like going to be my personal YouTube thing or something. It's just for this class. Okay. Well, I'm sure there will be questions. I'm available by email at jalm@lamar.edu. And I will see you in Zoom on Tuesday. I encourage you to keep yourself muted during class and to either raise your hand in Zoom, not like this, but like using the little feature, raise your hand, and to use the chat if you have questions. And then I can call on you and then you can unmute yourself. That will be more orderly, I think. And I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be challenging not to be in the classroom together. We're just going to do the best we can. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. So I will do the best I can, and I hope you do the best you can. Oh, there is one other thing that I want to mention. When you submit quizzes and exams, I haven't figured out exactly how it's going to work in Blackboard because I've never taught a class like this before. I mean, not the mouth for elementary school teachers. I mean like a Zoom class. So I'll have to figure out how that works in Blackboard. But you will need to submit PDFs so that I can mark them up and so that I can actually read them. Taking a photo of your work is not going to do it. So if you do not have a printer with a scanner, then I strongly recommend that you get an app for your phone called Cam Scanner. And I'll put some information in Blackboard about this. But what Cam Scanner does is you take a picture with your phone of a sheet of paper, right? And you know how it's usually at an angle, because if you go straight above, you're usually blocking the light source. So what Cam Scanner does is it removes the angle. It's really remarkable, and it makes it look like you had actually scanned the document with a printer, and it creates a PDF. So if you don't have a scanner, I recommend that you get this app. And because I'm not going to accept JPEGs or other photograph files. You got to give me a PDF, because I can write on the PDF, and I'll actually be able to read it then. These things that people take pictures of their work, and it's very hard for me to read. So that will be a requirement. You need to, one way or another, turn your work in via PDF. So you might want to, if you don't already have some way of scanning, you might want to check out that app. It's free. It's called Cam, C-A-M, Scanner. And it's available for Android, and I'm pretty sure it's available for iPhone too. If that particular app isn't available for iPhone, I guarantee you that there's some equivalent, right? Because this is a thing, right? People need to be able to do this. All right, well, I believe that is it. Let me know if you have questions, and I'm going to get to work on our first instructional video. Okay, have a good day. How do I stop this?